Most people think Japanese walking is already one of the healthiest fitness methods in the world. But recently, a different version of Japanese walking has started getting attention. And strangely, it goes against one of the biggest fitness beliefs that people have. Because, according to this idea, walking harder is not always better. In fact, some people believe walking at 80% may actually work better than pushing yourself to the limit. And once you understand why, normal walking may start feeling completely different. Hey, if you have heard about Japanese walking before, you probably know the popular interval method. Fast walking, then slow walking, and repeating it. And yes, that method is genuinely effective. But the newer 80% philosophy changes something important. Not the walking itself, the experience of the walking. And honestly, that may matter more than most people realize. Because many people quit exercise not because it does not work, but because eventually the body starts resisting the pressure attached to it. And that's exactly what this Japanese philosophy tries to avoid. Here's the interesting difference. Traditional Japanese interval walking focuses more on rhythm, intervals, and cardiovascular activity. But the Japanese 80% approach focuses on sustainability, nervous system stress, and long-term consistency. One method asks, how efficiently can you walk? And the other asks, how long can you continue walking without burnout? And later in this video, I'll explain why that difference may completely change how your body responds to movement. But first, let's understand why people quit workouts. One thing most people never think about is your brain remembers exercise emotionally. If every workout feels exhausting and stressful and mentally draining, then your body slowly builds resistance toward movement itself. And that's why some people stay motivated only for 10 days. Then suddenly stop completely. Not because walking failed, but because the experience became psychologically heavy. And this 80% method tries to prevent exactly that. One thing that Japanese wellness culture often emphasizes is balance. Not too extreme, not too little. And this walking philosophy follows the same idea. Instead of asking how hard can you push today, it quietly asks how can you still feel good even to return tomorrow. And that's a very different mindset from modern fitness culture. So now the big question is, which one is better for you? The old traditional Japanese interval walking or the new Japanese 80% walking? And honestly speaking, both are good, but they work differently. Traditional Japanese interval walking is probably better for improving stamina, increasing intensity, structured cardio, and people who enjoy challenges. But the 80% version may be better for long-term consistency, beginners, stressed people, people over 35, and people who hate intensity workout. And not just this, it's also good for people trying to avoid burnout. And this is where things get interesting. Because many people can survive intense exercise temporarily, but very few can maintain it for years. And that's why this 80% method focuses exactly on that problem. Not any maximum effort, but maximum repeatability. And here's an interesting fact for you. Many health experts now believe consistency matters more than occasional extreme workouts. And when researchers study populations with long active lifestyles, daily movement appears again and again. Not punishment, not exhaustion, just repeated sustainable movement over long periods of time. And that's exactly where the hidden meaning of the 80% rule starts making sense. Because surprisingly, the 80% is not only about speed, it's really about stopping before exhaustion begins. That's the real secret. And to be honest, that tiny shift changes everything psychologically. This Japanese 80% walking rule is built around one simple idea. Finish the walk while your body still feels capable. Not after you crash, not after total exhaustion. At around 80%. You should feel active, warm, and slightly challenged, but still under control. And weirdly, that changes how the brain experiences movement. Because instead of associating walking with sufferings, the body starts associating with clarity, energy, and calmness, which makes walking easier to repeat consistently. That's the hidden power of this method. So, what does this actually look like? Usually, brisk walking, slightly elevated breathing, but still able to talk. A simple test is this. If you can sing comfortably, you're probably walking too slow. And if you can barely speak, you may be pushing too hard. The ideal zone sits somewhere in between. You can also structure it like this. 3 minutes brisk walking, 2 minutes relaxed pace, and repeat it for 20 to 30 minutes. And another interesting habit in Japan is walking after meals instead of sitting immediately. Even short walks after eating may help the body feel lighter and more active. Just one simple habits repeated daily often matter more than dramatic routines done occasionally. And here's another interesting fact. Many people now believe constant stress affects cravings, sleep, recovery, consistency, and your energy level too. And that's one reason calmer forms of movement are becoming more popular worldwide. Because health is not built only through intensity. Sometimes it's built through sustainability. So maybe the Japanese 80% rule is not about doing less. Maybe it's about avoiding the exhaustion that makes people quit. Leaving the walk feeling energized instead of defeated. That's it. And strangely, that may be why some people stay active for decades while others stop after just a few weeks. So, the next time you walk, don't ask how hard can I push. Ask how can I still enjoy returning home. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe this channel for more simple health habits, and 2 of the videos must be popping up on your screen. Click on it and see you in the next video.